I guess I'm live now. That's what's going on in my life is I keep doing videos and I keep going live. So that's my new life. That's what we do here. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk marketing. Marketing is important. I don't think a lot of people do enough marketing, or understand enough about marketing, uh, conceive marketing in a positive light. Uh, I think that it's important. I think it's something that most people don't do well because they don't understand it. And I've got a pretty decent understanding of marketing because I've been doing marketing. Geez, even when I say it, it sounds crazy. I've been doing marketing for the last 32 years. Yeah, it's crazy. 32 years doing, well, no, 33 years doing marketing. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it is what it is. So I understand that. I get it. And that's what I do. So I focus on a lot of the marketing and what would work well and how to do things differently and how to think things interesting. That's kind of important. So I think a lot of people don't do that and they just hope for the best and they just go whatever. If something happens, happens. And I don't like that. I don't like that mentality. I think you have to be smarter about it. I think you have to really focus on how to do it right and understand what you're really doing. And I can say the first thing about marketing is understanding what marketing is, and most importantly, what you're selling. I mean, I sell a comic book, but what am I really selling? I'm selling entertainment. I'm not selling a comic book. I'm selling entertainment. I'm selling the time you could be doing other stuff. You're using my comic book to entertain you, and that's big. That's pretty huge. That's pretty important. I think a lot of people know that, but they forget about it. I mean, you look at some of the prices of these comic books; they keep going up and up, and I don't see the joy and excitement that fans used to have, or at least when I was a kid. When I was a kid, you had a big excitement and joy of getting comic books and just getting them every week. Wednesday, or even back in the old days when it was Friday, you get them, boom, come out, you enjoy them, you talk to your friends, you tell about the stories, and you go back and forth. You know, the really the the fun stuff that we don't do a lot anymore, which yeah, kind of hurts, kind of hurts. So I want to figure out a way to do different marketing and make it better for everybody involved. So one of the things I did for myself is really kind of focus on what did I ideal client look like and what did we need as an ideal person to support us. And doing it as a role playing game initially and then eventually going to a comic gave me a little more options to do cool stuff. One of my best things that I really enjoyed is I got the opportunity to really start looking at what I was doing and finding better ways to get people interested in what I was doing. So you start off and it's like, oh, I'm just going to put stuff out. I'm just going to put stuff out. I'm just going to toss it out there and see what happens. And that's what you do initially. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to toss stuff out and see what happens because it's all about just seeing what's out there for people to try and check out and do whatever. But you got to have a plan. Even if it's a crazy plan, even if it's a crappy plan, even if it's a shitty plan. Sorry, shouldn't be swearing. I know it's big on that. But you got to focus. You got to focus on the marketing part. That's that kind of strategy and what you're going to do to be different. What you're going to really, how you going to make things different. How you going to do it differently. Because everybody's got a comic book out here. Everybody's got to tell you their comic book's the best. And a lot of times it doesn't matter if it is good or not. It just matters what people think it is. I mean, there's books I've read that where I thought were straight garbage that have been big sellers. So you can't get tied up into, oh, I think this is a big book. I think this is not a big book. Don't get tied up in that foolishness. You should focus on what you want to do. And what that is sell cool stories. You know, the Amazing Universe is based on the concept of we're going to tell only cool stories. We're going to tell the stories that don't get retconned like 20 minutes later. You know, I didn't like something, so let's retcon it. And it really upsets me. It's always upsetted me as a fan and just somebody who loves comic books. If you wrote it wrong, you wrote it wrong. Just deal with it. Don't try to retcon it to make it better when you know it's straight garbage. So you got to focus on it. Really, let's really think about how we can do cool things in comics. And once you do that, you got some stuff going. So Give you a great example. Yeah, let me do this. So I'm up in northern Florida. If you did not know, near Jacksonville. I'm up here. I moved up here from South Florida, where I spent the last 24 years. And Coliseum Comics is pretty big up here and in Central Florida. Down south, there is only one store that I was just going to go to, Tate's. If you've never been to Tate's, it's the best comic book store in South Florida, probably one of the best ones in the world. He won his Eisner Award. Good Lord, it's probably like 7, maybe 10 years ago. It's been a while. He won an Eisner Award for his store. His store is 10,000 square feet of really awesome stuff. And if you love comics, if you love anime, if you love any of the fringe stuff, go to the store. If you're ever in South Florida, specifically Lauderhill, and it's on University and 44th, University 44th, somewhere around there. It's been 2 years. I haven't been there in a while, but Lauderhill University, you can't miss it, and it's worth going to. It's worth even just checking out. If you've never been to a comic book store, it's probably my favorite comic book store to go to, and I think that everyone should definitely check it out. It is an enjoyable place. I love it. I've always loved it. I've known Tate, the 24 years that I lived there, even before he moved off into uh, go to he's in upstate Rochester, New York. I don't know how a boy who's born and raised in South Florida goes to Rochester thinking it was a good deal. I'm like, dude, I spent a couple years in Rochester. It snows up there. No, I don't do snow anymore. Sorry. I did snow for a long time. No snow. No more snow. Snow is trash. No more trashy snow. So there we go. And I think he really focused on doing good marketing for his store and getting the stuff out. And even what helped out, he would go and help out independent comic guys by taking stuff in the shop and trying to sell it. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I don't think a lot of companies do that anymore. I think what they used to do was get in Diamond and put stuff on the rack and just hope that stuff would sell. And I was like, that's the dumbest thing. Things aren't going to sell just like that. You got to go out there. You got to meet people. You got to shake hands. You got to get people interested. You got to put out product. You got to do stuff to get people interested in why they want to buy from you, and more importantly, why they think it's supporting you. Is that my assistant editor? I think it's my assistant editor. My assistant. I have my assistant or my associate editor. One of my editors. One of my editors writing me in the middle of the thing, but she knows I'm doing work. This is what we're doing. So, but today was a good day. We got a lot of good stuff in, and I focused on some cool stuff. Um, can I even put it up here? Should I put it up here? Ooh. Uh, See, I don't even know. I don't know it well enough to put it up here, but I will tell you that we are going to be doing ads starting Friday, promoting our comic book series that's coming out. Um, Amazing Universe Presents, and the first one that we're working on, I don't know if it's gonna be the first one released. I don't know if it's gonna be the first one released, but it's the first one we're working on. We're finishing it up right now. It is 90, I'll say 90% done. Yeah, it's 90% done. It's 90% done. It's 90% done. We're waiting for the colors to get back 2 pages. This is our Cybermancy one, which is I liked it. I think it's a great. I think it's great. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think people are gonna love it, and I think people are gonna try it out. So, Cybermancy is coming out. Um, it's gonna be cheap. It's gonna be only 99 cents. That's my plan. Do a lot of 99-cent comic books. I think that's a good plan. See that kind of marketing. It's 99 cents. Even if it sucked, even if it was the worst thing possible, it's 99 cents. You blow 99 cents on dumber things that you regret. You won't regret, getting this. This is going to be a great, great book. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think people will get interested. I'm hoping we can also get the Maxwell Cross one out too, which would be nice to have two books out at the same time. Boom, boom. We got the preliminary art from that back a couple days ago. We're waiting for the final art to get in so we can get that done and send it over to our new colorist, get him working on it, and so we can get it out. Because I'd like to really have both of them ready. I would say December-ish, December, Black Friday-ish, that area. And then we have another one that is the artwork is my Tail's working on the artwork right now, so I'm expecting to see some stuff back. I got the first page back last week. So we got that last week, and boom, it looked great. It looked exciting. it was what you want. It was really cool action, and I think it's going to do very well. I think once people see what we're doing and they're like, hey, I like this, let me see more, it's going to be nice. And, that also is going to be 99 cents. That's going to be our marketing strategy. So, my marketing strategy, since we're doing, books, are let's do these books and let's make them so cheap where people can't say no to the price. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, I got to make my book $7. And it's like, is somebody going to pay $7 for a comic? I mean, you know, what if you make it a book? Well, I won't make any money on it. Well, what if you kept selling a lot of them and you sold digital copies and you didn't sell physical? Would you make some? Oh yeah, then I know for myself, I want us to give back all the money we spent on developing it. Well, maybe not all the money, because that's a crazy number, but at least the money developing into a comic. And we know, realistically, 24-page story comic book should run you about, with everything, let's say it's 25 pages, $200 a page, $5 grand. And that's before you print it, if you're going to print it. If you're going to go straight digital, you save that money. But, a floppy book costs $5 grand. And you got to sell 2.5 times to break even and be a good seller. So, I mean, you got to sell 12,500, and that makes you a good seller, even though, you marketed it. That's a lot. It's a lot of stuff you got to do, and it's kind of probably the toughest part. And I think everybody worries about that. What's up, Eduardo? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. So this is a great opportunity to do fun stuff and get it out there to be seen. So we started doing, which I agree, if you're going to do marketing for your book and you want people to really notice it, talk about how your book is compared to another book. What we did for the Wayne Morgan one is we said it was like Doctor Strange meets Books of Magic. And anybody's read Doctor Strange, me included, or knows about Books of Magic, which is a lot of people, they might go, ooh, that sounds interesting, let me check it out. And that's cool. You kind of want people to go, ooh, let me check that out. Ooh, let me see what that looks like. Ooh, what is that going on? I want that effect that people are interested and want to do and see what we're doing. So I think it's good. I think it's a powerful thing to be doing, and I think we can keep focused on it. That's 90% of it, and we're going to keep doing that. And just think about some small marketing ideas you can do. Of course, I got a bunch of books over here. Do I have anything that we? So okay, these might be a little old, but hey, boom. So you've got Marvel and their book. It's an order book. It's a great book because they want you to buy their stuff. So they want you to see the artwork, see what's going on, get excited. It's a smart little book, and it's free, and it's pretty thick. It's a pretty thick book. It's pretty solid size. So Zaraski's got one. He's got one. 2-page one. Kind of simple, kind of easy. Smart thing to do. Every small publisher should be doing a individual version of this for themselves, including me. And yeah, I'm stealing this idea. It came in, it's here, it's 4 pages, it tells me, what's coming out. There's books on the top, so boom. This takes you 2 seconds. Well, okay. It may not take you 2 seconds, but you could spend 3-4 hours doing this, getting it right, making it look exactly like the way you want it, and getting money off it. There's some more of those. Let me put this over here. DC Connect, same thing as Marvel. Big source book for selling product. You should be doing something like this. This should not even be a question. Even if you're a minor guy, you should do a sales sheet every month. Unless you're selling your new product, do a sales sheet. Put the cover on it. Tell who's writing it. Tell them the cost. Tell them where they can get it. What's going to be on sale. It's just something you can do. It's simple. It's easy. It doesn't take much time. Anybody, and it's great marketing. Once again, this is great marketing. It's not that difficult. This is like marketing 101. You should be able to do this. Do I want to show this one yet first? I'll show this one first, since everybody I know got this and saw this. All in. Okay, got the All In Free Comic Book Day special. The flip book, which I think is a cool idea. There's some stuff I like about it. There's some stuff I don't. But I think this is smart. I think this is what you should do. I also think this, see? Little space, little space. Anybody's got a stamp for their store, boom, they put it right there, boom, ready to go. People know where they got it from. You know, where'd you get that book from? Oh, Coliseum Comics. I know. That's good marketing. You know, this is something that DC gave out. You can find a way to do it yourself as a small publisher. Think about a way to do that. Think of a way you can pull it off. I'll wait to these two books, and there's more of the same stuff. More Marvel. See, you have tons of these. Marvel, and I collect them. I don't keep them all like pristine. I keep them for information and ideas that I can use. And the other, I say the last of the big super ideas that I think work well and are necessary. I'll show you my favorite one first. You gotta do a comic book, a free comic book that just tells you the story, like the story so far. You know exactly what's going on, even if you may not have read the book. Oh, I wonder what's going on. I can read this. It's a very simple read. Big panels, very few picture. I mean, big panels, very few words. Gets right to it. You get to see the stuff. It's a smart idea. I think this is a great idea. I think this made sense. I think that everybody who's into digital should be doing something like this. If you're doing a comic book world, and then in the back, hey, look at all our books we have. You should check out our books. You can buy our books. Buy our books. Buy, buy, buy. On the back cover, what's we're going to be doing next? Rebuild. It's telling you it's a jumping on point. CrossGen used to do that. They used to call it their key issues. I thought that was a smart idea. They called it the key issues, and the key issues were about getting really, really good content. And this is like a great jumping on point. And I think you need to kind of have that for books. I think you need to have some kind of thing that tells them jumping on point. So it's a start of a new story or the end of something or whatever it is. It's a great place to jump in to see something cool and new. That's why you do that. I think that's important to do. But that's just me. That's my feeling. That's how I feel about it. Um, and it is what it is. But it works. It definitely works. So think about something that you might want to do. Think about something that you could do for that. And I know for ourselves, we did for our Amazing Universe, we have the Welcome to the Amazing Universe. It's a 300-page source guide for some of the characters and some of the stuff they've done, and if they're under arrest, if they had a crime attached to them. And it all depends. Certain characters have that, certain characters don't. But we included it, so they have that for them. So anytime you see a new character you don't know anything about, if you read them in the book, you should make an appearance in the back of a book in the official handbook section that tells you about the character, tells you what the character is like and what goes on. Just something to think about, just something to do and think about. And these are all good basic marketing ideas that work. That work. Um, do yourself a favor, check it out. Let me give you this book. I love this book. It's one of my favorite books. Um, the Character Naming Source book. If you don't have this book, go out and buy it. This is, I don't even know what printing this book is. This is an old one. This is so old. Oh, jeez. So remember, I told you I lived in South Florida for 24 years. This has my first address when I moved to South Florida, 24 years ago. So I know this thing is super old. So great book, worth every cent. If you can find it online, buy it. Find it at Amazon. Don't debate about it. Buy it. This is the best book for naming I've ever used. I have used it so often it's crazy. Thing is, it smells like a good old book. A lot of good stuff in this book. I can't tell you, how thankful I am to have that book in my collection, helping me out do stuff. So that's important. Um, I'll show you my smaller one. I have two of these books. This is a small book I have. I put like notes for things that I write down, ideas I come up with that I want to do stuff with. I put it in this book, and it's just full of all kinds of stuff from good lord. So like one of the things in here that I know it's still in here. I gotta look for it. Um, it's a note my wife wrote to me about some stuff going on. I think this is the one. This is even before my son was born. This is how old this was, and the note said, make sure you pay attention for CPR class for Lucas. And this is even before he's born, and now the kid's, God, he's 15 and a half. So, also tall as damn. I'll get out. Jeez, this kid's going to be huge. But I digress. So, have a book like that. Keep ideas in it. Write stuff down, but you never know what a good idea will be. The best piece of advice I ever got, I guess it's a little easier now than when I got it. Somebody was told me, have something to write on, have something to write with, and a pocket knife. If you have those three things, you can do like 99% of things in the world that you need to do. And that is true. The pocket knife one, I've given up. I'm an old guy now, and going to airport and stuff, it always goes off, or security stuff. So I hate pulling out a pocket knife. You know how that goes. But something to write on, something to write with. Even if you got a cell phone, you never know. You never know. Have one. You can pass a note. You can give stuff to people. It's important. It's important to do. Important to have, and it's smart too. So remember, something to write with, something to write on, and a pocket knife. That will get you through 90% of your life. What can I say? We're 20 minutes in already. I don't know if I'm gonna do more. I'm a little tired. I've had a long day. I've still got tons of work more to do. We have tons of stories coming in. We just had one of our newest writers sent us sent us his proof for his last story he did, which was amazing. I thought it was gonna be good. Well, okay. At first I wasn't sure. He's a new writer, and I was like, I don't know. Let's see. And I was a little worried, like most stuff. But then it came out, and I read it. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. This is gonna do well. So I can't wait till we get the book out. I did the initial layout on it, so what things should look structurally, but I gotta wait to get the artwork. And once we get the artwork, we'll start putting it in, sliding it in, and moving that along. Yeah, once you get artwork on a project, start doing your marketing. Well, you should be doing it. You should be doing your marketing from day one, and your marketing should be like even short videos. Hey, I'm doing a comic book series. Come check me out. I don't know much. I need help. Can you help me out? I really appreciate it. Da da da. Do whatever you got to do. Get popular. Learn about it. Go live. Learn about it. It helps you out. Helps them out. It's a win-win for everybody. So focus on that. Focus on that kind of cool stuff and keep working it. All right. 21 minutes, 22 minutes. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. Thank you so much for stopping by. I don't know when we're going to keep doing these. Like I said, I'm just doing them when I feel like it. So if I feel like doing it tomorrow, I will. If I don't, I don't. But I appreciate everybody came by and took a look, supported us. Do us a huge favor if you like what we did. Leave a like or leave something in the comments so we all know what's going on. And just help us out. Growth is a good thing. What can I say? Thank you so much, and I will talk to you all later. Yeah, later.